Hi everyone. So this will not be this. I'm not live right now. I've already pre-recorded this. The reason is because I thought, well, I might need to edit it because I want to get all the information to you really, really quickly. You know, guys, I don't do anything without showing the evidence. I don't, and I'm not interested in it. I'm not interested in coming on here and going like, oh my God, that's a scam, that's a scam. If I can't show you something, right? Listen, guys, some of you aren't going to like this, you know, but I've been open-minded. Last night, I researched the living daylights out of Vidilook, out of Vidilook, which is their coin token, VDL, looked all into it. I'm going to show you what I found, and this isn't even, you don't have to believe anything that I say, because you can see now for yourself, because I'm going to show you. It's no point even calling it a scam. It's what I'm going to show you is it's impossible to get something that doesn't exist, right? And you'll see what I mean. So what I've found out, this whole thing of watching adverts for pay. Essentially, when you're watching these adverts on your app is acting like a VDL mining machine, right? So when you watch an advert, you are mining Vidilook. That's what they say is happening. You're mining it as you're watching the adverts, and that's how Vidilook is generated, because you're mining it when you watch the adverts, right? I can't really understand in many ways, if you want to mine cryptocurrency, you don't need to watch adverts to mine cryptocurrency. You can put cryptocurrency mining software on your computer and you can just leave it running all day, and it'll mine cryptocurrency for you. You don't have to watch any adverts, and probably apps on your phone. The problem with cryptocurrency mining, and this is why I kind of said this yesterday, my husband mined cryptocurrency for ages, over a year, maybe 2 years. He had racks set up, so when you want to do this properly, actually mine a decent amount, he had these racks set up with these like hard drives, I don't know, super fast things. They cost a lot of money, and they work really quickly. The problem is with these racks, when it's mining constantly, they consume a lot of electricity. So depending on the value of the cryptocurrency that you've decided to mine in the market, and the cost of electricity, it's sometimes not worth mining it. He used to turn them off sometimes, and now they're permanently off because the price of electricity is high, and the value of cryptocurrency is currently very low. So it's pointless to have them on, because it's costing more in electricity than what you're earning in the actual cryptocurrency. And I'm going to guess that because of the low value of the cryptocurrency, even if you did put one of those mining softwares on your computer, the power it would be taking when you're not doing anything else other than mining on your computer would probably cost you more in electricity than the teeny tiny amount that your computer's power would be able to generate in cryptocurrency. Now, the way it mines it's super geeky, you know, it's unbelievably geeky. And again, the only reason I know this is because he told me about it. They're essentially searching for prime numbers. So the hard drives are going like clappers, finding new prime numbers, and when they find a new prime number, it generates whatever cryptocurrency, and they all go on different algorithms. So they're all on the different algorithms, depending on the cryptocurrency, mining these prime numbers. That's as simple as I can say. They're not, you know. However, in order to have more cryptocurrency in the world, it doesn't just come out of the ether. It must be mined. Somebody somewhere, so usually it's some database somewhere with all these machines going in a part of the world where electricity is low cost. That's how it's done. As I said, anybody can do this. Anybody can mine this cryptocurrency. It's not hard. You don't need to be part of Vidilook to do this. However, Vidilook's whole thing was, you're mining cryptocurrency when you're watching adverts. Okay, fair enough, right? That might work. You're going to be mining a teeniest, most tiniest bit of VDL imaginable if you're just using the power on your phone. And how long are these adverts going for? I mean, are you just watching them morning, noon and night? Even watching them morning, noon and night, the amount of tiniest amount of VDL that you're going to be generating, it's pointless. It's not even pennies. It's less than pennies, I imagine. But anyway, the point of this is that's fine if you're mining the VDL for yourself, right? But what you need to take into consideration is, where is all the VDL coming from to pay all the leaders who are doing who are being paid for referrals? If that's how they're generating, that's the only product they've got, right? How are the leaders getting all this money, right? How? There's only a certain amount of VDL and everyone is generating this tiniest amount, not even enough really to pay for this 3% thing. And I'm going to show you in a second on the chart that I bring on, the only possible way that this could ever work is if the value of VDL was going up. But the value of VDL isn't going up. And let me show you. Oh, I should put it on this side actually. Right. Oh, hold on. Oh, it's bloody phone. Shut up. Right. Let me just move that in there. It's getting on my nerves now, that phone. Right, here's better. There we go. That's better, isn't it? So you see this? Right, I want to show you this. This is VDL. This is Coinbase, right? And this is your Vidilook. This is VDL in the marketplace, right? We go down. Now this is one day. See this? Tuesday the 26th at 12:35. The price of one VDL coin was 0.012. Now you see it goes along, and look, it goes up a bit here and then it goes down. However, let's look at 1 week. Ooh, it's not good. Look, the value of the VDL is going down, not up. It's going down. It needs to be going up in order to be making a profit, and in order to be paying out the people the big amounts, in order to be able to generate enough to pay them this amount, that these 50,000s and or even 1,000 that I've been told. If they're not generating their own VDL, this money's got to be coming from somewhere. Now let's go to 1 month. So it goes up. Oh look, it goes down a bit here, goes up a bit here, and it goes down again. Now let's look at 1 year. Ooh, now look. So last year, not too bad, still not great. Goes down, goes across. Oh, it's going, and then it's getting more worthless. The VDL is getting more worthless. It's getting more worthless as it's going down. So it's impossible, if the value of the VDL is going down, and the only way that people can this Vidilook can generate profit is by making the teeny tiniest amount of VDL. The only way that they can make a profit from that and pay people a lot is one of two ways. Well, no, one way that they can pay people, one legit way that they can pay people a lot, and that's if VDL starts going up like this, and it hasn't been, right? Or they can start hoping it starts going up, and they can start paying leaders from the money that the new investors are putting in, right? And in the hopes that, okay, well, let's all get behind this, but no one's getting behind it, and you know, and it's not valuable. Now, this is the most concerning point, and I think that this is going to be what makes you realise that this is actually completely and utterly impossible. Look at this. So, the value, right, the value of one VDL, one Vidilook token, says on there, 0.124, right? Now, there are 100 million in existence. 100 million VDL. Sounds like shitloads, doesn't it? That sounds like loads, doesn't it? We do it on the calculator, right? So we go on 100, and I'll show you the phone after. 100 million times 0.0124. I can see that. That is 1,240,000. 1 million. So there's only in existence 1,240,000 pounds worth of Vidilook tokens in the whole of existence, right? That's nothing, right? That's nothing. Now, look at it this way. How many people, listen, right? How many people have joined Vidilook? Because I heard 10,000 accounts got closed. That's what I heard. That was on the grapevine. There's maybe more than 10,000 people. But let's just say, for argument's sake, right, 10,000 people are in Vidilook now, right? And they've all putting the money in. Or let's just say 10,000 people have invested money in Vidilook. Now, we know people have invested thousands and whatever. We go, so we've got our whole of the tokens ever in existence, and that's not just what's up for grabs, right? 1 million, oh, why isn't that light? Let me try and put the light down on that so you can see. That's not much better. Trying a little bit less bright. Oh, it's, oh, bloody thing. It's a bit better, isn't it? There we go. 1,240,000 pounds worth of Vidilook in existence. Now let's divide that by 10,000. Right. That would mean that if you divided that by 10,000, everyone would get £124 each. And that wouldn't include Sam Lee getting anything. He would have to let absolutely all those people. I mean, I'm going to guess there's more than 10,000 people in Vidilook. Maybe there isn't. Even if, like, let's say there was, well, look, let's say you'd get 250 if there was only 5,000 each, right? But we know that people are getting money for referring people, and they're getting thousands. So with the price of VDL going this way, down, not up like it needs to, it's physically impossible for the new people now, or anyone now, to get paid, because there's not really going to be anything left to pay you, because there's not enough VDL coins tokens in existence. And even if you split all of, and I'm going to guess there's more than 10,000, so even if you split the total value, which is 1,240,000, between everybody who has invested in this, they'd be getting peanuts back. They'd be getting peanuts back. The only way that the leaders and the people who have been in here ages, you know, up there, who have referred people, can physically possibly get paid is from money that other people are now putting in. Another thing is, I've been told people can't access this cryptocurrency. Well, that's strange, because you should be able to sign into any wallet anywhere in the world and then be accessing it. The whole point of this blockchain is that it's decentralized, but then Vidilook are now acting like a centralized bank by blocking your access to your VDL by closing your account. You should be able to access your VDL from any crypto wallet. You just put your login details in from anywhere and you should be able to access that VDL. Why can't you? That sounds very centralized to me. That doesn't sound very in line with blockchain. But listen, I've made it really simple there. I don't know. I've just shown you there how much it's worth now, what that looks like in pounds, and you only have to, if anybody can find out, if you can find out how many people are currently in Vidilook now, a total figure, because I can't find this out, right? But if you can find it out, all you have to do is divide 1,240,000 between them, and that's how much on average they can get paid. But we know that that's not going to happen when already leaders have had thousands. Can I explain to you what a Ponzi scheme is? I know it's been bandied around. People keep going Ponzi, 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 and everyone's probably too embarrassed to go, well, what even does that mean? Because people don't want to seem like they're stupid or anything. So this guy, Charles Ponzi, this Italian guy in America, came up with this idea, right? His idea was actually legit. And his idea was he was going to import Italian postal stamps. I don't know the story. It was a while ago I read about this. Anyway, to the USA. And there would be a markup profit of a massive amount, like 200, 300%. That's not fair. This is just for the, I'll get you the story. You can read it. So basically, they were going to be making, he was going to be making a massive profit on getting these Italian postal stamps, bringing them to the United States and selling them. And he was going to make a massive profit, but he needed money to start it. So what he said to everyone, what he started saying to people was, if you invest money in me now, this is my idea. Look at this. And they looked at the idea and they were like, oh, that looks like a good idea. Look, that's just going to work, isn't it? You invest in me now, month from now, 2 months from now, some time from now, a set amount of time from now, succession of weeks from now, I'm going to pay you double what you invested. So they were like, okay then. So the first few people took the risk and they were like giving the money. And then, so he convinced a few people. So the first ones who he convinced, he hadn't made the money yet. So he paid those first ones with some of the ones he convinced a little bit after this time. And they saw this money and they were like, wow, it's worked. We'll put the money back in because we want more money. So we'll put the money back in. We trust you now. Then they go round telling everyone like, oh, this guy Ponzi, we did this and it worked and it paid out. So they all go and they're like, oh, we want a bit. They say the mechanism behind it, these postal stamps, and it sounds like legit. Yeah, that sounds legit. Cheap Italian postal stamps brought to the USA and they're worth more over here, so he sells them. And that's how we're going to get paid. And we invest in him, and he can buy more postal stamps with our investment. The only problem with that was there was only maybe 30,000 of these postal stamps in circulation in the whole of Italy, right? And the amount of money that Ponzi was taking in from investors every day, he was taking in millions. Now, in order to do what he wanted to do legitimately, he would have needed hundreds of millions of postal stamps, but there was only tens of thousands in circulation. So it was physically impossible for him to do it in the end. So what he was doing in the end was all the earlier investors, he was using all these, thousands of people who were putting in theirs, and he was paying the earlier investors out of the later investors' money. So they were getting theirs, but of course, once it collapsed, which it did collapse, even though it was based off a potentially legitimate idea of doing this postal stamp thing and selling them at a profit, which every time somebody heard, it was like a no-brainer. Well, yeah, that's going to work. Of course, because so many people got involved and so many people were putting the money in, he couldn't do it quickly enough, and there wasn't enough postal stamps in existence, so it completely collapsed. And only the people who got in very early got shitloads, and all these people lost shitloads. So that's kind of what I think's happening with Vidilook now. I think that, the reality is this Sam Lee has done this, he's made Ponzi schemes before, I've read, and so obviously he had to come up with an idea that sounded legit to you guys. Oh yeah, you generate currency, you generate cryptocurrency, some Vidilook from watching videos. He had to make that sound legit, didn't he? And you believe it because it sounds like, well, that's going to work, isn't it? But the thing is, so many thousands get involved, and the Vidilook just is not going up. It's going down. So because it's not going up, there is no physical way to pay these top people with something that doesn't exist and that's not generating profit. So the only way that the leaders can get paid is by your money that you're putting in at the bottom right now. And I've shown you the evidence of the Vidilook's value there. I mean, it's stagnated at best. It's stagnated at very best, really. But it's essentially going this way, and it's been going this way, hasn't it? Oh, the wrong thing. It's been going this way, hasn't it? So we can go to a week, go to a month, or it goes up a bit there, but then it essentially comes back down again, doesn't it, to here. We go to a year, and it's just no one is getting behind the Vidilook. There's not enough being mined, and it's a physical impossibility for you now to get paid by something that is not enough in existence. It's actually physically impossible. I'm not going to sit here and go like, oh my God, you're not going to get paid. What I'm going to say is Sam Lee couldn't pay you even if he wanted to at this point, unless he's going to give you people's money from beneath you. He couldn't pay you with this Vidilook even if he wanted to, because it doesn't exist. There's not enough of it, and there's too many of you, and you've put all this in, and the only way he could pay you is if he didn't take any money himself, and we know he didn't do it for free. So there you have it. There is the receipts for Vidilook. What I'm going to tell you to do now is, if I were you now and I put money in this, and we know it's a bit shaky, isn't it? I wouldn't go in there if it's showing on your account that you've earned all this extra Vidilook or whatever. I would just disregard that now. I would probably just go and take out what I put in. Just see if you can get out what you put in, because if you go in there going like, I want it all, they might get suspicious. But if you go in there saying, I've got a bill to pay, I need to just get my 150 or whatever it is that you put in, you might be lucky and get that back. If you just think, well, I'll leave that. Yeah, look, I'm going to leave the rest of it in there. Just need that bit. You know, my channel's not that big. So if you're watching this and I'm telling you to do this now, it's not like there's going to be a big, massive wave of people going over to Vidilook to get the money out. If you can get in there quick now, just... If you want to hang in there. But please just take the money out that you invested now and keep that safe so you don't lose anything. That's all I'm saying to you. If you really want to, like, I don't know how you could want to... I mean, it's impossible. But if for some unknown reason, or maybe you just think that something's going to happen with Vidilook and it's going to go up in value. That's the only reason, the only explanation I could find now for anyone wanting to stick with this is if they think that Vidilook is going to suddenly increase in value, because that's what it needs to do. But it can't just go up like a little bit. It needs to go up like that in value. It needs to just go completely rocket to the sky in value, which I can't see it doing. Why would it do that? I can't see it doing that. If it rocketed up to the sky in value, if this, I mean, wouldn't that just be more millions for Sam Lee to take then, though? I mean, there's still... Problem is, guys, and this is what I had to say to the lady yesterday, and this is one of the reasons I looked into this, because I thought I'm not going to make a video and come on here and be all like, oh my god, it's a scam. So no point, people don't listen. I hope that people who follow me now know that I'm not going to go out there trying to upset people and trying to tell people things are a scam that they've got involved with. I bring the receipts. I always show receipts. I don't make claims unless I can say, look with your own eyes. Let's look at this with your own eyes. Maths doesn't lie. I could lie, but maths doesn't lie. Mathematics don't lie. And I've just done the maths for you, and it doesn't lie. You can do the maths for yourself. It's so easy. But the lady said to me about how does she get her money out. She got locked out of her account. And I said the problem is, if this was anywhere else in the world, I would be able to look into, and I'd Google the living shit out of it for you, forms and processes in any country that you can apply. Like in this country we have money claims, and you can make a money claim. You have to pay a fee to open it, but there is recourse. You can get money back that you're owed from companies. But the problem is, this Sam Lee, he's living in Dubai now, and there's multiple sources where this is now coming from. And a recent tweet that was put out, he's in Dubai. He's located in Dubai. So if he's located in Dubai, where they basically go to avoid any of this, there really is no recourse. And that's why I'm saying to you now, if you are following me, I'm not telling anyone what to do. I'm saying what I would do. Go in your account and just take out what you put in if you can. Just take out what you put in. Just that bit that you put in, and keep it safe so at least you know you haven't lost anything. Please do that. At least you know you haven't lost anything then. And if by some stroke of miracle Vidilook skyrockets and you think, wow, this is great, then okay, maybe... No, don't put that back in. You just keep that to yourself, so you never know you've lost anything. But that's my Vidilook video with all the receipts. With all the receipts.